to another episode of American Dream Garage. Today we're going to do a review and test drive of a Jaguar XK8. This particular model is a 1999. The car was produced from 1997 to 2006. They made about 90,000 of them, which was a lot of cars in that short period of time. As comparison, the XJS was produced for 20 years, and they made about 115,000. I think that this car here, while the XJS was a departure in styling from the XKE, to me this XK8, or the program name was XK100, got back to more of that classic Jaguar styling with that teardrop headlights and the sloping fenders and sloping back end, which I think was a nice addition, which is why I think they sold too much. Jaguar, of course, has brought back retro styling quite a bit, particularly in their XJ sedans. So this car was produced on and shared a chassis with the Aston Martin DB9. It has a 4-liter V8 engine. Prior to that, Jaguars had either 6s or 12s. This particular car is a 290 horsepower, non-supercharged version. I think the XKR, which is a supercharged version, came out in 1997. And it had 390 horsepower. Cars would do 0 to 60 in 6.7 to 7 seconds, depending on the convertible or the hardtop for this one, and then 5.4 to 5.6 for the XKR. All the Jaguar XKs were limited top speed to 155 miles an hour. These cars are very dependable, very reliable. So we will do a walk around later once I get the convertible top down, and we'll do a test drive and we'll show you a little bit more about this car. Thanks. Okay, let's take her for a test drive. Again, I mentioned this car is a 1999. It is a local car. It was purchased by a friend and colleague, new and owned by him and his family for his entire life. So, very well serviced, maintained car. Everything functions as designed in the car. So very, very nice car. It's got 29,000 miles on it. So talked a little bit about the XK8. I've owned several Jaguars in my life. I have an XKE, which, you know, classic styling, beautiful car. Performance, handling, probably leaves a little bit to be desired. Just a good looking car and a fun car to get out and drive. I have an XJS. I've had 2 XJSs, and I have a 1990 and I had a 1993. A lot more sophisticated car, not intended to be I'll say sporty as the original XKE was. V12 engines, they did have 6 cylinders, 250 some odd horsepower. Definitely there were cruisers. This car with the XKR model, and even this XK8, is getting back to be more a performance car. Solid handling, but comfortable. Luxurious. All the standard type equipment that you'd expect: cruise control, air conditioning, climate control, etc. Power window seats, memory. But it compared to my XJS, it handles much better, significantly quicker. And then I would say with this version, the car's got to be much more reliable. I had a 2007. I had a 2002 XKR, which would have been the performance version. It was quite a while ago, but beautiful car. It took this to one more level because it was supercharged, 390 horsepower. Later versions of this car, I think it was 02 to 06, had a 4.2 liter, which bumped the horsepower up 10 to 15. But the XKR was getting back to being a performance car. It was very, very, very quick. This car's not slow. Again, 0 to 60 under 7 seconds. Top speed 155 miles an hour. So it's a combination of a lot of really good things. I was going to mention I had a 2007 XK8 and another step above. It had adaptive cruise control, another set of luxury options. Very similar car. But I would say one thing about these, where my XJS, I'm a little nervous to drive it long distances. My XKE wouldn't drive it long distances or very, very hot days. When you get into these later Jaguars, you're fine. You're very comfortable. They start, they run, they're solid, they handle well, comfortable. So I think Jaguar, and Ford had a period of ownership there, which I think one of the targets was to make the cars much more dependable. So anyway, great cars. If you have a chance to own one, I would say take it. They've hit the bottom of their depreciation curve and probably will only go up with time. So thanks for coming along today in American Dream Garage.